heartfelt, and warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Gita Ramachandran from India, an expert speaker, an experienced speaker, a global speaker. So, with her enthusiasm and zeal, she has come to join the young minds today. Let's give a big round of applause for her.
Thank you.
And she's a woman of fame, name, and awards. And I have shared a post in our group on Women's Day. When you read it, you know the young girls how you need to follow the footprints of the exemplary characters that you see before your eyes.
Now we move on to the most exciting segment, our keynote speakers talk. Mr. Gita Ramachandran is the founder of Gita's Gyan Academy. She's an author, mentor, and leadership coach. A retired senior manager professional from Bharat Petroleum with about 36 plus years of experience. She's an international best-selling author and life transformation strategist dedicated to empowering young professionals to dream, design, and drive their destiny. Please welcome with a round of applause Mrs. Gita Ramachandran. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, MC. Can you hear me first?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
loud and clear? Yeah. Thank you, MC, Emmanuel, Stanley, Manjula, and all eminent speakers. I'm so happy to see all youngsters over here, speaking so boldly and with a lot of enthusiasm and speaking on leadership. Oh my God, very nice, very nice. Well, I became a leader when I was working in Bharat Petroleum and, of course, at BORL. But you all are now itself, you have become leaders. It's very nice and very, very happy to see that. Now, my topic today is, building high performance cultures without losing humanity. The basic fundamental principle which I am going to talk to you. Anyway, you have introduced me, so I won't take time in introducing myself. So let me talk about, I will be speaking about some stories. You all would like to hear stories? Yes? Yeah. So they will be small stories on leadership, how leadership is important, which also should protect the human dignity of people. Generally, people talk about a leader with, who has command and control everything. But no, that is not. You are not going to get any result when you use that philosophy of command and control. Human dignity is very important. So that is my topic. Now, what you can say, human dignity is the foundation. You say the foundation for building sustainable high performance. I know all of you will understand what you mean by high performance. Mean doing very well. In the organizations or in the industry where you work, people talk about targets, innovation, digital transformation, efficiency, and more. But people don't realize that to get all this, the element which comes into picture is human. I hope you all understand. So, uh, when you talk about all this, do you know what people feel about working with you? When you are a leader, if you are able to move, like somebody mentioned over here, influence others to take action, that is leadership in the working environment. So, performance can be demanded, but trust has to be earned. Commitment has to be earned. You can demand compliance and discipline, but what needs to be earned is the ownership that the team members take for the job that they have to do. So this is what my talk will be about: how you protect the human dignity of team members. So one story that I want to share is, and one more thing I want to mention is that, when you provide dignity, you earn respect. And respect has to be earned patiently, brick by brick. When I joined the organization Bharat Petroleum, I was a first lady engineer. First lady engineer. So when I walked about in the plant, people would look at me with all curiosity. I was in the you call it boiler suit and hard hat, and I'm going around. People are looking at me. Who's this creature? We didn't have. It was not conducive for a woman to work in that environment. There were no washrooms, and there were other facilities which were missing. But I did not ask for any favor or any special consideration. I said that let my work speak for itself. So I built respect. I earned respect by being more and more competent and doing very well. So, one thing is if you have to gain respect, then you need to earn it by showing your competence and your. The another story that I want to share is, when I was working, I had one person, one of my team members, her child became very sick. So she wanted to stay at home and tend to the child. And she was the only person who could give authorizations and permissions in SAP, the ERP which we implemented. So if I give her leave, that work would suffer. If I don't give her leave, the child would suffer. Who will look after the child? So, what I did, that time work from home was not a concept. I know today all of you know work from home, but that time that was not a concept and not accepted or not even thought about. So, I told her that you work from home and you complete whatever assignments are coming, giving the authorization, permission, and all that. So what happened? Not only did she complete that day's exercise, but she also completed all the pending assignments. So here, showing protecting a dignity of the person who wanted to take care of the child, but also taking care of what is required in the organization. That is again one form of leadership that we have to incorporate, where you compassion, protecting the dignity of a person. She couldn't come to office. In any case, she had to take the child. In that case, the job will suffer. And if she comes to work, the family, of course, her child is not going to be all right. So taking a decision where the compassion overrides the performance requirement, that showed that despite all that, the performance improved. So that is one story that I wanted to share. Second story, is it okay? Are you all able to understand what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah? Ah, can I see some? Okay. So the next story I'm going to tell you is something different. It is, when I was working for BOR refinery. It has a refinery which has come up in Bina, Madhya Pradesh, India. So I was at Bombay and my team was sitting at Bina. It so happened when you are constructing or when you are doing a new project, you have some office setup, right? Now that is a makeshift arrangement is done when the actual office is getting built. So my team was sitting there and suddenly there were heavy rains and some part of the ceiling started collapsing. Ceiling started. Now people are sitting there, they have their PC, server, switches, and keyboard and everything over there, printers and everything. Suddenly I got a call from there saying that this is what is happening, ma'am. What do I do? What do we do? So I could blame also. I couldn't reach there and I could blame everybody. What is this? What is this? How people are so unsafe? Instead of all that, I started talking to concerned people at senior level, different level. Many people I had to talk, and I asked for some place in the office which was getting constructed but which had no facility. And I told them that this needs to be done anytime that can fall and people will be having a problem. So action was taken and they could immediately move from there to the safe office without much facility, but they moved, all their things were moved, and we prevented a calamity from happening. Now here, all things are not available to you. As a leader, you have to take decisions when things are not very clear. Without taking care of all protocols are required in an office. You cannot just shift people like that. but sometimes you need to take decision which will be protecting the dignity of your. Now all of them got reassurance that people matter more than the process involved. So that is one form of human dignity where you protect the, you give them assurance, you give your assurance that they matter more than all the process involved. Am I clear? Able to understand that? Because I'm talking to children and I felt that I have to simplify it and tell it to you in the manner that all of you will understand. Now, the third instance that I can tell you is about one of my team members. Okay, can I tell you something? One of my team members, she left, she went home without completing the task, and it was a very critical thing which she had to complete. Now she left, and there was a big halla everybody was in panic. So next morning, the department head came and said, "What is this? Please call her." When I called her, and they wanted disciplinary action to be taken on her. Said she has not completed, she has left the job without even informing us. So I took a stand. I said, "I understand your concern. Let us see now what we can do best about it." "No, you take action against her." I said, "Nothing doing. First, tell me what is your concern, what needs to be done, and how we can ensure that whatever you are required is going to be completed." Finally, he gave the requirement, and I told him, "You take my word. I'm giving you assurance that this will be completed by before the time that you have." After they left, I had a word with her. She had some big issue and she wanted to go home. But then I told her she should have left word with me, with them before leaving. That's the basic thing that was required. So standard has to be maintained. But then I heard her and I asked her, "Would you be able to do today, or will you, do you want to go home?" She said, "No, I'll complete it today." And then I asked if she needs some assistance. She said, "No, it's okay." And she does, not only she completed that, she also informed everybody and left. So here, protecting the dignity of the person in front of a big group. And that was very much important. Of course, standard has to be maintained, things have to be done. What she had done was not completely okay, but then taking a stand and making sure that her dignity is protected. Can you understand what I'm trying to tell you over here, the human dignity part? As a leader, you can always, get very angry and annoyed, but understanding the context of what happened, why it happened, and then taking necessary action to see that the organization does not suffer, the jobs get done, but also protecting the dignity of your team member is of paramount importance. Am I clear? Or is it all going about the top, over the top? Yeah, okay. Now, another story that I want to tell you is that, young people like you, when they come into the organization, they have very big dreams. They have got so many things they want to implement, do. They have idea. But what is lacking? Confidence. Speaking in English. Today, you are all being developed. It is so nice that you are being developed to speak in forums like this. But what I have found is that when they join, they are hesitant to speak in English. They have studied in vernacular medium, so they translate into and then try to speak in English. It doesn't come out properly. They are not able to express. So I have in everywhere, many places I have moved, refinery, marketing, VORL, startup refinery, and all that. So everywhere, when I found that people come and they are not able to, I used to make sessions like this where they are forced to present in front of senior management. But if I just put them there like that, they may falter. So what I used to do was that I used to take practice sessions with them, make them rehearse, give them the questions which can come. And that way, in every location, I have made sure that people become more competent. They are able to speak. They become more confident. So I have been able to build emerging leaders. Instead of being silent, they become very confident and they speak. So this is one, giving voice to people, giving them the confidence. This is another way of protecting the dignity of people, trying giving them. Now Mr. Emmanuel is doing that with all of you. He is giving you the confidence to speak in a language which is not our mother tongue, right? But we are all able to speak properly, express what we want, and then be very, very competent. You are all emerging leaders, and he is bringing that. Of course, I was doing this in my organization in different occasions. So that is one thing which I wanted to talk to you about. But yeah, now I think I don't have much time, but I will just now close it with something which my parents have passed on to me. The thing is, like, my dad was in the army, and he was a very, very disciplined person, and very having honesty and integrity. And we could see that early morning he'll get up at some time, he will do all the routines, read his newspaper, and then listen to the news, and then his work and everything. That discipline came to us. But there was something which my mother transferred to me. She said something like "കൊടുത്തതേയുള്ളൂ." "കൊടുത്തതേയുള്ളൂ" means what you give is what remains with you, what comes back to you. Do you understand? She meant in terms of charity, because what she would do, all of us would give her some gift and all that. Anybody giving some gift, she will preserve it. And then she will give it to the people who come to our house. She will serve food with love. All these things where she showed, she will give love, she will give food, she will give gifts. This is what she has passed on to me. So I will say that the leadership also, you should connect. What you give, you get back. You give respect, you earn respect, right? And then you give trust, you get ownership, you get accountability. People become responsible. People are more committed. So what happens when you provide dignity? What happens? People do their best. They build the best perform. They build they give the highest performance, and that work culture is built. So when you can say that, when you provide human dignity, that is the foundation you lay. And then what happens? The performance culture is built. Slowly, slowly, one by one, when you incorporate human dignity in your interactions with your team, with your community, with your family, what you are building is high performance. People are committed. People feel respected. People feel valued. People feel trusted. And they know that they are heard, they are seen, they are respected. What happens? What happens to you when this is happening to you? You give your best. So, this is what I wanted to communicate to all of you, that when you, as a leader, protect the dignity of your team, what you are doing is you are building the high performance culture in your organization. So, be it in the school, be it in the college, wherever you are, give importance to protect the human dignity, humanity. And what happens is you will get everything back in 100 times or 200 times or infinite times. Am I made myself clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you. And if you
Super.
have any queries, you can ask me. I hope I've made my points clear to you and you have understood how human dignity, if you protect human dignity, you are able to get the best. So you can try it in your home, try it in your school, college, wherever you are, and see that you are able to get the best culture, best performance from whomsoever you are leading. Right? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're such a great, happy woman. See, you
Thank you.
got it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Manjula. Thank
Thank you so much, Geeta ma'am. That was a really, we all were so captivated by what you said. Like, you taught us by using examples from your own life for leadership, which are like really unique. And I think we all know about Sudhamurthy, right? We had a live example right here. So thank you so much, ma'am, for for joining us for today's session. We hope you do come to our future sessions as well. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I'm privileged to be here, and thank you. Thanks a lot for calling me. Thank you.
So now, moving on to our next segment, the leaders talk. And for this, I'd like to call our mentor, Emmanuel sir. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, MC. Once again, good afternoon, South Africa. Good evening, our Gulf countries, and good evening, India, and good morning, if any, from the USA and different parts of the globe. So, as you know, that today we take a very valuable topic and rich topic for ourselves: human dignity. As you know, that human dignity is not given by somebody, but earned by every person. It's not valued through money or something. So today you got a lot of versions from leaders, speakers, and you should feel how you should be treated and how you should treat. After today's session also, if you do not maintain that, nobody can help us. If still tomorrow I treat someone badly, I cease to be a human being. This is what I understand. So let me just go back what has been done. When our ma'am, keynote speaker, Gita ma'am spoke, she was the first engineer in her company. Suddenly it took me to Sudha Murthy, who was telling her story. I got doubt whether she is Sudha Murthy or Gita. I got doubt, and our MC is keen enough to compare. So very lovely, and I'm happy that the last experience I have is the refinery from last 12 years. Just I have taken a break before 6 months. So I was in the refinery as we moved around. Though I was not a technical guy, an engineer, but being an English and expert trainer in the refinery, so I had the privilege of meeting all the engineers from manager, team leaders, field operators, all people, HSC team. So she was reminding, I am so happy to connect in the refinery sense. Okay, let me go back to you.
And now we move on to the question, answer, and feedback session. So, is there any questions? Yeah, Rika.
Thank you, MC. First of all, I think we had an awesome talk, very inspiring, I would say, by our keynote speaker, Mrs. Geeta. Thank you, ma'am, for that really inspiring keynote. And I think you have touched our hearts through your entire speech today. I have a question, just a general curiosity, as I always do whenever I hear such inspiring people. I'd like to know that you have told your entire journey as a leader when you led your group. How, what all challenges you had to face and how did you tackle them? And we got to know a lot. But if I had the permission, I'd like to take you back a little bit before you were uh, becoming a leader, because before you become a leader, you're always a beginner. So when you were working under someone, what were the challenges that you faced, and were those the challenges the reason why you picked up those leadership qualities and moved ahead when you became a leader? So this is my question to you, ma'am.
First, let me ask you the question that, let me repeat that question because I should understand whether I've understood it clearly. Okay. The question is, before I became a leader, what were the challenges I faced as a team member? Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay. Before I became a leader, uh, I don't think, you can say that you need to get a position to become a leader. You can always be a leader. You don't need a position. We confuse that we need a position before we can do leadership, or we are always a leader. It's the way you behave. Okay, when I was a team member, I was expected to do whatever was told to be my bosses, my leads. They ask you to do certain things, and as you want to do your best, you perform, you have to be ready to accept the instructions that they give you. And as I have already mentioned, I always wanted to do my best. So I did not have any challenge for doing. Only thing is I was not getting recognized. That was my challenge. I mean, To get to the next grade, there was something else which was going on behind the management. I'm working in a refinery, right? There would be breakdowns. You'll have to come in the night. So the question that they had in their mind was, if there is, I was working in the refinery in the initial first few years. So the question in their mind is, will she be able to come in the night, attend to breakdown and all that? So I proved that. Whenever there was something and I came to know, I went and I handled that. Even after I came to computer department, there was a person who rang up, saying that the printer is not working. Now, just a very, very simple example. The printer is not working. So we are not able to make the sales order, the invoice. And so the lorries which takes the product out have all come to standstill. This is in the night. And I know very well that if this does not get printed, the lorries cannot move out of the refinery. Okay, now it's a call in the night. Okay, so I went there. These people had put gum inside, glue inside. The printers were not. They wanted to test whether I will come or not. After that, what I did, I handled it. I understood. I handled it. I told the head of the department that in future, if there is a problem like this, they should first come and report to you, and you call me. Now, if they have to report this to their boss, they will not do this mischief that they had done. Am I clear what I'm trying to help? You understand? Okay. Another instance is when I was working initial stage. I was the supervisor of a workshop. Okay, they put me there, so they wanted to check whether I would rise to the situation. So they came and told me there are overhead cranes. So the control gear is at the top. Now I'm an electrical engineer. So they came and told me, ma'am, there is a problem and we don't know how to attend to that. I said, okay, it's a rope ladder. Rope ladder like this. You climb up, it will shake. You are climbing, it will shake, and you can't really go up if you are not trained on that. Men will be able to do. Me as a woman trying to climb on that, I went up to 3 or 4. 3 or 4 years, I was praying, but I did not show that I am afraid. I just went on going, and they said, ma'am, we have found out the problem. Come down. I came down. And then when I came down, I realized these people were trying to test whether I will do all these things. So one thing which I want to tell you is that when you have not got that leadership role, understand that you will be facing challenges. You will face. Otherwise, you don't deserve to go to that position. You will face. How you handle it is important. Show your confidence, don't show fear, and do it. That's my advice. I hope more challenges do you want to know? So yes, I've faced umpteen number of challenges, and I've always decided that I will face this no matter what. No matter what. And that is what gave me the confidence to take up anything. If you've seen my career graph, I've moved from an electrical engineer to a computer engineer, and then to an ERP specialist, and then to handling everything in a startup refinery, and then becoming an author, and then becoming a coach. So this trajectory that you have seen, everywhere I have been put into situations where I didn't know anything about it. But then I decided I will overcome that, learn everything, and then do and then excel in that. So all of us have to have that feeling in your mind that whatever be it, you do your best, learn, and then try to be excel in that. Okay. I won't say that you should be always thinking about perfection, but excel in your own eyes, not compare with other people. You are here, you set your bar higher, and then that is how athletes train. No, they know they overcome this, then they set the bar high. They set the bar. You have to set bar for yourself and start climbing that ladder one by one by one. And then nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you if you have decided that you can go higher in your life. Have I made clear about the challenge that you face as a normal person, or no? I won't say normal person. Before you take leadership, you become a leader. You are a leader. Nobody has to give you that position. The way you start performing, people will see that you are leadership material and you will get your promotion. Clear?
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was so much insightful and so much detailed. I'm really impressed, and I took a lot away from you. And please do come again. We love to hear your stories. We love to hear your speeches in our future sessions as well. Thank you so much, ma'am. Back to you, MC.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, I would like to know what you want me to cover next. And please do like, comment, and share with your contacts, and do subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.